So, hello everyone, this is reporting from another session, and today this is what we are going to make. Bunch of crows appearing, you can switch between them. Okay. It's going to be a really tough day to create those, by the way. Sorry about this episode today, but now we have a lot of crows, we can switch back, exit, and we have zero problems. So yeah. This is a bit of a rough episode, so please, hang in there. I'll see you guys next time. So anyway, let's go back to what we did before. So, vector up, right? For now, we have a crow that if you go up, is doing that, and he's doing 180. Right? To fix it, pretty much we break and make and connect, and pretty much we're done with that part. Flying up, flying down, no more gliding around. Okay, I mean, if you want you can keep it, but as it stands, up and down. That's what we needed to do. Just break it, because we're getting the up and down vector, so this is the only thing that we want to change. Okay, and that I believe fixing that, so we can remove that. Fly controls, hallelujah. Now for the other stuff, damn, I feel like, okay, never mind. I feel pretty off because of the time that passed. Okay, so but oh yeah, we do that in the crow character BP. You do that at the crow character BP that we did last part. If you haven't watched that, of course, well, go watch it. Anyway, let's see, is there anything else we need to do here? I think not. I believe not. I believe we're done here for now. Okay, now we are at the crow controller. Okay, just the FYI, the crow controller. Okay, crow controller. We did this part, okay, which is a spawning and despawning the crows and the player and possess them, right? So yeah, from the possess, okay, we active the Jutsu, checking if the Jutsu is active or not. Okay, if it's not active, we mark it as active. Spawn the crow at the current player the controller pawn location, right? Create a reference, get all actors, doing a loop, destroy for each one of the loop of the third person, and we are possessing the crow. Okay, that's what we did last time, and now we continue off of this. So first thing we're gonna do is to do a while loop, and what we're gonna do is to do a check, which gonna have two variables that we need. One of them is the crow counter, because you cannot spawn a lot of stuff without counter if you want to, you know, check how much you need to spawn. And value is 0, okay, because that's a counter. It's count stuff, so it's need to start at the basic, which is 0, unless you have another reason to start in any other number, go for it, but as a rule of thumb, counter is 0. And another float, right? It's float. Integer. I'm not connected to the word right now. Another integer, because it's need to be a full number, a full digit. It's the crow to spawn. Okay. And the crow to spawn, gonna do a small number for now. And so if the crow counter is smaller, right, than that, while this is true, the crow counter getting crow counter plus 1 by the way, if you want, you can do a ++ increment. But I don't like it. It's, for me, it's pretty much this with the same extra steps. So, you know, I prefer to do that. And while it's smaller, we spawn actor of from class, and the class is the crow character BP. Where do we spawn it? Well, from pretty much here, right? We get the player pawn, the transform, and the location. I'm gonna start with that because we do need those. Okay, so we need the player pawn, its transform. Now we're gonna break the transform, and we're gonna make transform here. So the rotation gonna stay the same. The scale, well, gonna stay the same. You don't have to, you can, but you know, you don't have to. If you want the crow to be different size, just play with those numbers. But you know, the player is a scale of 1-on-1, so I'm gonna play with the crow on the same scale. For the location, okay, we do want to break it. You know what? We are not gonna break it, and I'll show you why we do need to break it. You see what happened? We have 5. Those crows actually block us inside. So 1, 2, 3. If I'm going to add 3 to those, it's gonna be 8. Okay, here we go. We have 9 crows, and I cannot move. They actually are locking me in. So what I want to do is to break it. Okay, and wait a minute. Yeah. So the Z is gonna be the same for now. Okay, we can play other later with the Z, and here we're gonna add Control W to paste that. Okay, so the here we're gonna get random float in range. The range gonna be -250 and +250. Same here. The reason, by the way, we're doing it 2 nodes instead of 1 is that this one going to create one number, this one going to create another number. So this gonna be 0, 20, and that can be -10, 25. Okay. If we're connecting both of them to the same one, it's going to be the same number for both. So it's gonna be a little off. So now when I press 1, there is a much bigger spread, and I'm free to move. Yeah, you can make it, by the way, that the crows does not have collision with one another. That will fix this problem where you are doing pluses. But for the most part, I want my crows to have collision. For I don't know why, but you know, I like it. I like it when the things have collision. If you want, by the way, you can play with a plus, with a Z. So let's do like a very first example and create another one. I'll put it like this. Is a I'm going to delete it so you don't follow. If you okay, here we go. So now crows have different height to each and every one of them. So if you want, yeah, you can use that to make it more chaotic in the eye and make it so the player is, you know, there is a flock, marauder of crows like flying, but I don't see this necessary, at least not now. I'm happy with that. So yeah, if you think you need that, this is where you add it, the different height. Now, we have our player. It can transform into a bunch of crows, right? Now we cannot switch between the crows, right? That's sad. We want to be able to control the crows. So if you haven't, okay, just in case, going to the inputs and switch crow. You will have to create that. Okay, and while you're creating that, and I put it on tab. You feel free to place it wherever you want. So we have the function switch crows. Wait. One moment. We have not finished here. I jumped ahead. Okay, really jumped ahead here. After we did all of that, okay, we spawned all of those, right? We are going to do a... Wait a minute, what? Oh, wait. Okay. So. Okay. My brain is a bunch of... Okay, I got it. So, I'm looking at my note and there's... So, in my notes, I can, by the way, spam that ability over and over again. And that's created a few problems, because the controller tried to possess something that we are instantly destroying. So that's not good. That's not good at all, by the way. So I'm going to do a checking at the start, okay? Another if. And I'm going to promote that to a variable and on cooldown. Okay. On cooldown. Oh, I feel like I'm doing it, talking really fast, but if I do, well, I'll try to slow down. Okay. So right now I don't want this error. Okay, those errors to appear, because I'm destroying the actor before the controller and the engine managed to take control, and then he says, "Oh wait, we have a problem." I don't want that. Okay, we want to be big boys and do things that big boys do, and you know that is to fix that. So we start off with cooldown on off, right? Because it's not on cooldown, we are free to use it. After we did all of that, okay. After we did that, right? Alright. Okay, so after we did that, we spawned the crows over and over again. When the loop ended, okay, we're going to set on cooldown to off, because now, as it seems I'm still spamming it, which apparently I am, or maybe the problem is somewhere else. Wait a moment, let's read the problem. Error, none trying to read means the engine trying to read something and there is getting none, and the crow character in the possess. Let's see where it is. Here. The crow in the possess. Okay. So again, we're destroying it faster than it can collect that. Okay. Anyway, in the meantime, let's finish it off. So, in the Jutsu active, in the true branch, okay, gonna go to the loop and to the possess, right? Now, if this is valid, okay, yeah, you can press here and do that to valid, but I feel right now this is better. If it's valid, destroy the actor. If not, well, spawn actor of class, and that's gonna be the third person character. Where do we spawn it? Well, okay. So let's say we try to spawn near a wall. Okay. Whoops. Whoopsie. Oh, I'm gonna do it like that. Okay. Let's say we transform into a crow. Okay, that's not what I needed. Okay, respond into a crow. And let's try. I'm trying to transform back here. Okay. Okay, it's working here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I appeared in the floor, right? So in case I do not want that, I'll just... Oh, wait, I did spawn in the right location, by the way, because it's 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to collect, just in case, I'm going to collect this information. Copy. And paste. Wait. Why can I not paste it? Oh, no. No. Yeah, fuck. Guess we will need to do it the long way around. Control C. Control V. This is just in case there is a problem respawning the player. Okay. Let's say I'm here. Okay, let's try to do it again. I don't know. And of course that become our new human reference. And we're possessing that. And instead of this, we are going to possess the human reference, because I don't know if the information is about to come from here or from here. So I prefer to use a new one. Actually, I think I can connect them, but after that, we're gonna tell them that, hey, by the way, you've done everything. You can finish that. Now, I think the creating of the crow and stuff, and by the way, the time that took me to create that. So, press B, click. So, if it's on cooldown, okay, we're checking. If it's on cooldown and the cooldown is off, it's good, and we can use the Jutsu. Now we're gonna do another one. If the Jutsu is active, okay. If it's not, well, it's not. So we're doing nothing. If it's true, gonna make it cooldown to on, okay, just to prevent the player to spam it, right? And then we're going to perform a sequence. Now the first one we're gonna do only once. And why we're gonna do it once? Well, because we're going to get all actor of class, okay, which is the crow class, and promote that crows in level. After we did that, we are going to... Okay, first of all, we did create a stack of all of the crows. Okay, that in the level after spawning them. Yeah. So we spawn all of them, right? We do not have a stack, means the player does not have a stack. But when we press tab, we're getting all of them. Now that we have the stack of the players, of the crows in the level, we are going to... Okay. Now that we have that, we are going to create a custom event. Control next pawn, which gonna have an input of pawn ID pawn ID, and it's going to be an integer, and we're going to call that control next pawn. Whoop. Control next pawn. The reason why I'm creating a custom event is that I want to be able to call this whenever I want. So that seems like a fitting idea, right? So what is going to get inside of here? Well, I'll tell you exactly. First, we're going to promote that to controlled pawn ID. Okay. So we have the stack, right? We need a way to navigate not a flag, yeah, a pointer to show us which of the crows that we're right now controlling, right? And we're going to do, nope, here we go. And we're going to increase it by 1. And from that, we're going to do select int from 0 to the number that is here, okay? Now, if the number, if the pointer is bigger or equal to the crows in level, stack length, okay? Because I don't know how many crows you guys want to add, right? So this is better because, here you go. So, so yeah, I don't know how many crows you want to spawn. Let's say you want to spawn bazillion crows. So with that, that's gonna bring the length of the array, of the how many of this array, how many crows are in the level. The crow pointer will give us 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we got to 99. And let's keep it simple. We have 10 crows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got to 9, right? Now with that, it's going to reset it to 0. Okay. Now, after we did that, we're going to set the number to here. So let's say we got into a, let's continue with our example. We have 10 crows, right? We got to number 11 that we want to possess. No, you can't. So I'm going to choose 0. So I'm calling that and 0. So that, okay, we just made that 0 again. Okay, we reset that. Okay, and that's exactly what we need. We are getting the crows in the level. We're doing get, and this is the number we're gonna get, right? And that is what we're going to possess. After we possess that, we are going to tell them, hey mate, the cooldown is off because I done whatever I needed to do. We can actually connect that to here, but you know. So if we try it out right now, we're creating a bunch of crows. Press tab, switch to another one, another tab, switch to another one, another tab, switch to another one, tab, 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 tab. Let's make it a number more smaller. Crows to spawn, let's make it 3. You know? We're gonna have 4 crows in the level. Okay, 1. Okay, I'm sending it here on top of the stairs. Second one is going to be on top of this box. 3 going to stay up here, and 4, well, going to look over here. So now my pointer is on 0 because stacks start with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the third one. So if I press tab again, I'm supposed to be on 4. But because 4 is bigger than the length of the array, it's going to be 0 again, and I'm going to back to the crow on the stairs, and that's reset everything, and everything is working as intended. Except from minor problems, right? So that is amazing, okay? The crow, this is working fine, but I had a thingy that I wanted to show you to fix a problem. I think it's in the crow blueprint. I think. Okay, so yeah, here it is. So right now, as I showed you, when we press tab, okay, only when we press tab, okay, we gonna have a problem, right? Every time we're going to try and possess a new crow, it's going to create that, okay? You see? Every time I'm spawning crows, it's creating a new instance of or hey, I tried to get to this crow thingy, to possess that crow thingy, but sadly I found none of them. So yeah, the game's telling me there is a problem. The engine telling me that there is a problem. We don't know why. So that's what we're going to do. From here, okay, I did it without telling you guys, so here we go. From the crow BP, you open it, okay? We have the begin play, okay? If you look like that, begin play. If you can't find it, just right click and type begin play, and that will jump right here, because you can only have one begin play in a blueprint. Now, sequence 0. We get the controller, okay. Now, we're gonna do that. If this is valid, okay, with this question mark, we're gonna check if it's valid. If it's valid, it means everything is okay, we're fine, and we need to do is absolutely nothing. But if not, we're gonna have to do something. What we will have to do? Okay, so we're gonna create a custom event and call it possess crow if fail. Okay, this is a name that we will that will help us know in the future. Now, if it's valid, we said we're gonna do absolutely nothing, but if not, we're gonna call it. Why we're gonna call it and not do that? Well, good question. Maybe we will find in the future another instance that this fails, so we will call it again. Okay, just in case. Okay, so we're gonna get all actor of class. The class is going to be AI controller. Okay, get copy 0, and that is going to be the AI controller reference, and that's supposed to fix the problem. If not, well, I'm a baboon, and yeah, apparently I'm a baboon. So yeah, a few things we need to do actually. So here in the Jutsu active, a branch Jutsu active here, okay, and we need to here move this one a little bit to the side, and here human ref, we're going to a crow counter to 0 because we have 0 crows, right? And the controlled ID to 0 as well. And if we do, and we need to clear the stack from here. So I'm gonna do, oh wait, no, we need to reset that. So a custom event and reset crow stack. So here, yes, here, going to reset crow stack and control again, control next spawn. We need to reset everything because we got to our human form. Okay, so we don't need any more of those weird crows thingies, right? Because we are resetting everything. And that's supposed to fix everything, right? No, because it's still doing that. I don't know why. We have the crows, we can fly around and switch back, okay? And that's create a problem. I don't know why it's creating the problem. So yeah, I've been searching and working and stuff, and the only thing I found, okay, the first thing I found that we need to do is to active jutsu is on cooldown off, so we're gonna make it on. Okay, that's one thing we forgot. Now, I don't know why. In my other project that I did before, you know, just to create it, I don't know why. I do not have the problem. I checked the crow and the crow controller and the third person and the level blueprints. I don't know why. Okay, but long story short, the class default here, which by the way I do not have that in my other project. Okay, auto possess AI placed in world or spawned. Okay, just do that. When you do that, this is for testing, don't mind that. Okay, so you need to change auto possess AI to place in world or spawned. So now we can press tab as much as we want and press 1 again, and no arrow going to jump. Now we can spam 1 and no arrow will spawn, and tab and 1, tab and 1, tab and 1, no arrow will spawn. So this is how you do the crow ability from Naruto. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and of course I'll see all of you guys in the next part.